We're starting to see the criminals emerge who are going to go after the recovery efforts. These are people who are contacting people and pretending to be GoFundMe operations to help people who have suffered.
You imagine, right? The LA District Attorney vowing to go after these scammers who they say are trying to exploit the wildfires. This is, real groups like the Red Cross have been surging into the area, trying to bring relief to families who have lost everything. And Betsy Johnson is on the ground with the American Red Cross in Los Angeles and joins us now. Welcome, Betsy. That's one of the things we started doing it last week. We put up a QR code on the screen, trying to direct people to the Red Cross, because people watch this coverage from somewhere else. There it is now. And, so you can scan it with your phone, obviously. They want to help, right? What can they do?
Thank you so much for giving people the opportunity to express the feelings that they have, right? We need an outlet to give when disasters of this scale happen. Right now, you can go to redcross.org and make a financial gift. That is the quickest way to get help to people who have experienced a disaster. This one, the one that happens in your backyard, funding enables us to get help right away and in exactly the way that the residents need. We also are seeing a lot of donations come in, and I want to call that out because our Red Cross facilities can no longer receive items. We have more than enough within our shelters to care for the people who are there. So while we know people want to help and it feels good in the moment to pack up blankets and clothes and things like that, finding the appropriate outlet to bring those to is really important. And in Los Angeles, they're encouraging people to donate, call 211 to find out the best place to go. But
okay.
Back to the Red Cross. Yes.
No, go ahead. No, what were you going to say?
Back to the Red Cross. The other way people want to help is by volunteering. And we have had thousands of people locally say that they want to volunteer. And when I talk to folks, I say, hold on to that fire, that inspiration you have right now to become a volunteer. We're going to need you next week, next month, next year. Get trained so that you can help us the next time something like this happens. Yeah,
because I'm sure you have the experience of going through, and everybody at the Red Cross, these disasters, they're all different and the needs are different. And sometimes I'm sure what it's in a hurricane might be different than here. And now we're still dealing with the actual containment of the fires, and they may spark up again tonight. What would you say about this particular issue, how widespread it is, the scale, the size and scale of it? What stands out to you in your experience and what you're actually dealing with right now?
I think certainly the number of residences that have been wiped out, and they are of all kinds. There's been a lot of press about the higher end homes, but every single range of residential structure in these areas has been destroyed, and that has left thousands and thousands of people without a place to go. So our Red Cross shelters are really that refuge right now. We're working with local partners to make sure that no one, no matter what your personal resources are, no one is going through this disaster alone.
Are you going to open more, Betsy? Or will you, or do you have enough open to, because that's what we were talking about earlier, people have enough places to go. I mean, what's the plan in the next week or so?
Yeah, we will flex to meet the need. If those fires move and more evacuations take place, we may need to be in areas closer to where that's happening. Right now, our shelters have plenty of capacity, and people should try to find one that's closest to them. Everyone is welcome. Really want to emphasize that. You don't need to show an ID to come, and you don't need to stay the night to come and get resources. Maybe you just need.
How do you locate them? Because I was just curious, because if, say, the fire, or say there's a warning tonight in an area that didn't have a warning last time around. I mean, how do you decide where you're going to put them? And because it's such a highly populated area, but the threat seems so widespread.
Right. So for locals, and what I do myself is I have the Red Cross Emergency app. Go to Maps, hit shelters, and find the one that's nearest to me. So that's how an individual could find it. We work very closely with officials in local communities to determine where we need to be. And to already have agreements in place with facilities. I am at the Wedgwood Community Center right now, which is perfect. They have space and showers and all kinds of room here for us to flex into and care for this population.
Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.